The big fights keep coming here in the UK. We had Eubank versus Smith. For me, this one's even more, I don't know, it just has more about it for me. I feel like there's something in the air with this one, Tony. And that's Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde, the unified light heavyweight championship of the world on the line. What are you thinking? You know, in fact, I'll tell you what I was thinking. As soon as this fight was mentioned, I was like, oh, Beterbiev's gonna knock him out. You know, you look at the record, 18 fights, 18 wins, 18 KOs. I'm like, he's gonna put him to sleep. As it starts to draw a bit nearer, I'm like, you know what? Something could happen here. I don't know why, and a lot of people think this way. What do you think? This is your former division. You know both fighters very, very well. What are you thinking?
I think Anthony Yarde's got it all to do. I think it's literally, I mean, this is Mount Everest of the light heavyweight division. This guy's an absolute monster. I will say this though, he's vulnerable. He's definitely vulnerable. He can be hurt. I'm just not sure of the tactical awareness of Anthony Yarde going into this fight. I'm not sure of the game plan. If his game plan is to some crazy thing like let Artur Beterbiev punch himself out, that is just insane. Mate, I'm sorry to say, you've got to match him. If anything, you have the advantage in the hand speed. Yeah, I think he's the quicker fighter of the two. Obviously, Beterbiev is the destructive puncher out of them, but try and put him on a jab and time him coming in. Every time he steps close to you, you should be nailing him hard and then coming out at an angle. He's got good feet. Anthony Yarde's got good feet, and as I say, fast hands, but it's literally, it's the Mount Everest Ade for him. It really, really is, because this Artur Beterbiev, mate, is a problem. He really, really is, and he ain't going anywhere. He'll go out on his shield. Don't get me wrong, I do think it's only a matter until someone absolutely flattens him, because he's there for, like, people said that was outrageous for thinking Canelo would beat him. I still do think he'd beat him.
Yeah, I think you're outrageous as well. Yeah, I think you're outrageous as well. But I know what you mean. It's, look, styles make fights. Look, you've been in there, you know what it's like, right? But back to the fight. You look at Beterbiev, and you're right, he does get tagged. It gives you an opportunity. He got hit with Vosdick, he got hit with Marcus Brown, Callum Johnson put him down, but he just seems to be able to rally through that. And I kind of, someone asked me, what do you mean? I was like, he outmans you. Like, you know, he'll just kind of make you question yourself, fight on the back foot, and then he just brutally knocks you out. Joe Smith hasn't fought since he knocked him out. Vosdick's gone into retirement. Marcus Brown hasn't fought. He seems to know how to destroy you. And I'm with you. I feel like for Anthony Yarde, there's no point trying to box on the back foot. You've almost just got to have a straight shootout with him and see what happens.
And takes souls, mate. He takes souls, Ade. He takes your soul literally, because he breaks you. Like, that's the thing with boxing. When you can hit a guy consistently, you've got the hope. So once that hope builds up, and then he just breaks it, and that's what he does to fight. Like, because it's okay when you can't hit a fighter. It can be frustrating, and it's downhearted, and it breaks your sort of spirit. But when you are hitting someone consistently, and like you're getting reactions out of them, and then all of a sudden he just turns your lights out, it's soul destroying, mate. Trust me, I've experienced it. His name was Adonis Stevenson. It wasn't nice. So this fella is, mate, he's a bit of a monster, but like I said, he's also got a very good trainer, Mark Ramsey, I must say. Someone who knows the game, someone who's been around a long time. It'll be interesting, mate, to see what he does, because the Joe Smith fight, he was clinical. To be totally honest, he was ruthless.
A fantastic fighter, and obviously that fight this weekend in London, which is good as well. It's good to see the fighters from around the world now coming to London, because they know, obviously, the atmosphere, you get paid well as well. I want to quickly ask you about the light heavyweight division in the UK. There's obviously, I think, 3 names that are maybe at top of the list. So Boatsi, Yarde and Callum Smith. Who do you think has the best opportunity out of those 3 against Beterbiev?
Callum Smith has the most pedigree and experience out of all of them. Maybe not amateur pedigree, but he has the you know, he's been in huge fights. He's been in big fights. He won the Super 6 Series tournament. He's got the best pedigree name win on his record in defeating George Groves. So I would give Callum the best option. I do think Boatsi is a problem and a half. I think he's an old head on young shoulders. I think the way he fights, the link up with Virgil Hunter is massive. That will help him so much when it comes to the bigger fights, because Virgil is an amazing trainer. He really is. Callum also added, you know, a really good coach in Buddy McGirt to his stable. I mean, I'd have thought a move with Joe McNally would have been absolutely perfect, but you know, they make these decisions off the advice that they get. So yeah, Callum probably stands the best chance right now, looking at it now, but believe you me, Joshua Buatsi is one to watch. He really is. And as I said, his style is evolving all the time. His defensive skill set is really, really good, and it's improved massively under Virgil Hunter, so he's one to watch. And Anthony Yarde actually gets his chance, doesn't he, this week?
So many potential undisputed fights for 2023, matchups happening. Fury Usyk, Jamel Charlo looks like he will come back and potentially fight Tim Tszyu. We want to see Beterbiev Bivol, right? That's what we want to see, because there are good debates as to who is the #1 light heavyweight in the world. Do you think we'll get that fight? And if we do get that fight, who do you think wins?
Bivol beats Beterbiev. Bivol beats Beterbiev, yes.
Yeah, special fighter.
Yeah. Mate, I like I said, I made the cardinal sin of not rating him as highly as I should because he hadn't shown me what he was capable of. Now that's not on me, that's on him, to be totally honest. When you're running close fights with the likes of Craig Richards and lackluster performances in the likes of Monte Carlo, that's down to him. I can only judge it off what you show me. That's all as I can do. But when you go in there and do what you did with Canelo, then you know. And then after that, the Ramirez fight, he was fantastic. So I rate him massively. His footwork is exceptional. He moves like a welterweight, mate. He really does. His footwork is exceptional. People underestimate his footwork, and it's very good. That's what Canelo couldn't get to grips with, his in and out movement. He's got a fantastic jab, straight shot skill set. He's a strong boy and a really, really good fighter. So I just think he would move and manoeuvre around Artur Beterbiev and beat him on points. Yeah,
I'm very split on this, just because I want to see Yarde do well. Obviously, local boy. I'm from Stratford. He's from Ilford. I want to see him do well and win. But I also want to see desperately Bivol Beterbiev by the end of the year. So look, good luck to Anthony Yarde, Tunde Ajayi, James Cook. It will be tough. It will be big. But world title should be. But again, the selfish part of me does want to see Bivol Beterbiev.